Hello, this is Ben Fiquet. I'm the CEO, Art and Creative Director at Lizardcube Game Studio, where we made Wonderbird, Dragon's Trap, Street 4, and now Shinobi Art of Vengeance. This is the SEGA Lounge with David and I.
Welcome to the Sega Lounge, where we celebrate our love for all things Sega, including the games, the music, and the community. I'm your host, KC. Join me as I talk to different guests and learn more about their projects and passion for Sega. Hello, and welcome to the Sega Lounge. My name's David, aka KC, and this is the podcast that's all about Sega, the games, the music, the community, and everything in between. And we're in full-on Shinobi mode, celebrating Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So last week we had our retrospective of the Shinobi series. But if you're really craving more info about the new game in the Shinobi series, this is the place to be because we have a very special guest this week. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, but it's a special pleasure this time because I'm welcoming for the third time to the Sega Lounge, Ben Fiquet. Hello, Ben.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Yeah, properly seeing each other, it's the first time in video form.
Yeah, the technology has advanced so much that we can finally see each other.
That's true. So it's very nice to have you on the show. We're going to talk about Shinobi Art of Vengeance a lot, I'm sure. But I wanted to first of all thank you for coming on the show, which is always nice for you to do, to grant us some moments of your time. I'm sure you're very busy these days. Right?
Yeah.
And but you've been on the show for the release of two other games, Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap, and Streets of Rage 4. So my question to you is, what's the level of excitement for this new game when compared to the previous ones? Excitement, nervousness.
Well, I guess it's always the same when you release a game. The thing is, the release for me is n- not as crucial as the reveal. The reveal for me is more, you can feel the excitement of people. You can see much more of like a surprise. Why the release is more about the reviews and what people actually, but there's nothing you can do anymore. Like the game has been finished for a bit of time. Now it's just, yeah, it's just going to live its life and nothing you can do about it. So trying to brace ourselves for the reviews and what people will ultimately think of the game.
Mm, yeah, that's a good point. So speaking of that reveal, so there, I think there were two moments in terms of the reveal of Shinobi Art of Vengeance. That was that Game Awards 2023 trailer with all the 5 games, right?
Yeah.
And then the one when people really finally realized who was working on the game. Which one did were you more
Oh,
nervous about?
The first one, obviously, because first time people are seeing what it's gonna look like and hearing about the project in itself. So it was for us, it was a small bit inside a bigger announcement, which was a revival of legendary IPs from Sega. But still, it was something. Even though we didn't announce properly we were working on the game, people already knew it was Lizardcube Touch. So it was quite nice. It was not the right time to announce that. But yeah, every reveal has its moment. Like when we finally revealed the gameplay, people were quite taken aback because there's a lot of fighting and a lot of exploration, much more than the original games.
Mhm.
But yeah, for sure, the first reveal trailer at the Game Awards, we stayed up all night because basically it's very late for us when it's airing. But yeah, it's something.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. So I was going to talk about this later, but since you mentioned it, um, I was one of the people that saw that and said, "Oh, this is Lizard Cube for sure." And
Mhm.
I looked at the art style and oh, this is Ben's work. I
Yeah.
have a feeling it's. Did you get a lot of that? Did you notice that? Because I wasn't the only one. I know there are many people were like, "This is Lizard Cube." Did
Yeah.
you notice that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like a lot of all of Twitter came onto us. Like it's you, it's you. I can't say, but yeah, yeah.
Okay. How does that feel, by the way? Because
What?
people didn't mention that as like a bad thing. On the contrary, that was people were very excited.
No, yeah, it's good. It's good to ultimately to have the fans on our side. Like we managed to involve them into what we're doing, which is good because I think at first I'm a Sega fan, and I want to respect the licenses and try to please also the fans from all over the world. So it's quite tough. It's quite tough to walk this line, but yeah, I was happy with that people are recognizing our work, my work somehow, but our work now as team expanding.
Hmm. Awesome, awesome, yeah. And so that's a good segue into what I actually wanted to start with, which was people know you're a Sega fan, and I will not ask you the same questions as the last two times you were on the show. So go listen to those episodes
Mhm.
if you want to know more about Ben and Ben's past, but specifically Shinobi. Was it something big for you growing up? Is it something that you knew about, or just played, or was it like you were a big fan of the series?
Yeah, no, I think Shinobi on the Master System was the first game I ever owned. Before that, we had an Atari ST that my father brought, and he got rid of it because it was like a loan or something. And after that, the Master System was the first console I had. And Shinobi was the first game I had on that console. And it was a very difficult game, especially for a kid. I was like 7 or 8. And also, I think it's more difficult because of the technical limitation of the time. Like
Hmm.
it's easier on arcade because it can basically show more kunai shuriken at the same time than on Master System. Like you have to wait for a kunai to disappear before throwing another one. So yeah, it was my first experience with the game, the license. And after that, I had Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi 3 on Mega Drive, which was my favorite console, of course. And this game blew me away. I think there is something inherently cool about all this era, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, everything. Like this is like very boy dream of what it's cool. You know, I was not too much into Mario or Zelda or things like that. I didn't own the console, but yeah, things like Shinobi were the paroxysm of cool.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Like ninjas, right? There's something
Yeah,
about
Ninja.
ninjas.
Yeah, Ninja from the 80s, 90s is
Yeah.
still alive. So
The Ninja Turtles as well were big
yeah,
in the 90s. So
yeah.
yeah, all of that mystery as well. Yeah. We actually talked about this last episode. I had a big Sega fan and an industry person on the show, and we talked about like most, if not all, the Shinobi games and our experiences and our memories, and that's it, right? So like people, we remember growing up and thinking of ninjas like these legendary warriors with like very athletic, and there's always a mystery behind
Yeah,
the
this
stories and
were
stuff.
these were our superheroes. Like I didn't grow up with Marvel or DC. Didn't even know them. But like ninjas and martial artists and stuff like that. Yeah, myself.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, yeah. So you had the amazing opportunity of working on this license that was important for you. So if you had to pick out of all the games, not counting Art of Vengeance, obviously, but which one is your favorite Shinobi game?
I would say Shinobi 3 because of the quality of the sprites, the craziness of it all, like the bonus stages. There's much more moves available to you for gameplay as well. I think this is from this era. I think this is the most uh, better game, basically.
I agree. I agree. I would say my favorite is Revenge of Shinobi for
Mhm.
nostalgic reasons, but I agree that Shinobi 3 is indeed the.
Shadow Dancer is very good as well. I own Shadow Dancer at some point. I think I sold it after, but Shadow Dancer was there was something good about Shadow Dancer, very more urban, with something with Yamato the dog, which made it the game for me was easier
Mm.
because I was hiding, sending the dog for to fight enemies, and didn't have too much problem. But yeah, Shadow Dancer was good too.
Yeah, they're all, most of them are good. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say all, looking at you, Cyber Shinobi, but most of them are good. Okay, so how did this happen, Ben? That's the big question here. How did you guys end up, Lizard Cube, working on this after Streets of Rage 4?
Well, but basically it's a continuation of a work. Thing with Wonder Boy and Street of Rage, Sega was licensing out the franchise, so we were using it, and they were not publishing it. And they took notice when Streets of Rage 4 was such a success. So they called me. We had a call after Streets of Rage 4, and they wanted to know how did it went. They just wanted to basically meet up. And after in that call, I think they mentioned that they were hoping to revive other legendary IPs that they had. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, don't worry, I will get a project to you. So in a couple of weeks, I managed to draft something and send it their way. And ultimately, yeah, it worked. Like I think the trust they had since we took care of the previous games and it was critically acclaimed. They were like more inclined to give us another IP. And after that, long time to sign the contract, and we started slowly, and at some point it was full production. But yeah, it's, basically the senpai noticed us.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Did you in that trust that you just mentioned from Sega? Do you notice that, or did you notice that from fans as well?
Yeah,
Going back to that reveal and things like that.
yeah, because I think we had more convincing to do with Streets of Rage.
Hmm.
because it was the first time people were looking at these licenses differently with the art style of Lizardcube. Um, but since Street of Rage 4 was well received, we don't have that much convincing to do. Since they know our work, they know we care about the license. Um, so I think it was much more easy to have the fans on our side.
Yeah, I'm asking this because personally, I said, okay, I know this is going to be a good game. Out of those five that we saw being
Mhm.
announced, I'm not concerned about Shinobi because it's Lizard Cube, and I know they're going to do a good job. They're fans; they're going to do a good job. And then, as the months went by, even without us really having full-on confirmation that you guys were working on the game, I saw other people say that,
Yeah.
even though maybe they weren't really sure about like the style of gameplay yet or
Mm.
whatever. But I'm not really too concerned because it's Lizard Cube, so I know they're going to do a good job. So that must feel good, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the company has been making games since 2015. So I guess like if you we keep doing not the same thing over and over, but we are like I want to make 2D games and I'm still making Sega licenses. So somehow people like notice that okay, I understand what you're doing.
Yeah, and I trust you, right? That's
Yeah,
very
I trust
important.
you. Yeah.
That's very very good. So how long were you working on this, all in all?
Well, the first drawing was end of 2020,
Hmm.
but we didn't start full production. So it was there was a bit of pre-production, prototyping, building the team as well, because as you know, Lizard Cube was two people for Wonder Boy
Yeah.
mainly. We were doing the creative and artistic part on Street of Rage 4, which was, again, two people, two artists, me and Julian. Uh, and so I wanted to make everything in house. So I had to build a team, build a
Mm.
pipeline, build a proper way of doing things. And we started with one programmer and slowly build up the company. One other programmer, one game designer, and one level designer. And we are still a small company. We are less around 10 people, but it took a bit of time to have something like going on.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense. Even if it's small by other standards, but for you guys,
Yeah.
it's not just two people anymore, right?
Yeah. It's like five times what
Exactly.
it used to be.
See, yeah, that's different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So this idea of working on Shinobi, you already told us that there were conversations between you guys and Sega. Was there an initial idea of what you guys wanted to do or what Sega wanted you to do with this? Or how did it all like come to be in terms of we're going to do a 2D game in this style? Was it a lengthy process of figuring out what to do with Shinobi, or was there like a
No,
yeah?
no, I think we proposed something, they
Hmm.
agreed to it, and they creatively speaking and artistically speaking, they were not a pain at all. Like they were obviously still steering because this is their license,
Hmm.
but most of the time they were on board with what we were offering. We all the discussion we had were to make the game even better. So when sometimes we hit a wall with playtest and like people don't feel the gameplay or something like that, we devise a solution between SEGA because our producing team comes from game development. They have a background and they've been like game designers or producers or it was a collaboration in the purest form. It was not like they impose something on us. We offer what we're thinking of doing for Shinobi, and they followed us to that vision and helped us to make it better, basically.
Okay. Do you feel like there was a little bit more involvement from Sega, or were you also more? Did you feel like more
That
pressure
than Street of Rage
than
4.
Streets of Rage 4, for example?
Yeah, obviously, because Street of Rage 4, they were not directly involved.
Yeah.
They were just looking out if we didn't do crazy stuff with the characters. But other than that, they were not involved with development at all. So yeah, they were much more implicated for Shinobi, of
For sure.
course.
Yeah. And did you like feel the pressure of being even the first one of those 5 new games to come
Not
out?
really. I don't really feel pressure. Maybe I have a low blood pressure, but I don't really feel. I don't really feel like pressure from anything. If I set myself to do something, I hope to please. I hope to please the fans. I hope to please the player, and I hope to please Sega. So I'm not just blindly running into art, creative things that is not comprehensible by anyone. So my goal is always to please the players. So I think there there can't be like pressure because we all want the same thing ultimately, which is make a good game and sell it to the players. Uh, so I know no, they didn't give me any pressure. Maybe sometimes with deadlines, but it's more for producing things than really creative thing.
Okay. So any pressure will probably come years later when you look back and see, whoa, we did this and we did a good job. Whoa, that was something big, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, well, but it's finished now.
Yeah.
Let's do something else, and maybe something else will be better. Maybe it will be not better. It will be bad. So yeah, I just want to create and make something new, and when it's done, I just want to make another one.
Okay. That's actually a very good point of view, I think. Very healthy.
Yeah. Because whether the game sells or is received well, it's not up to me anymore. So I did the best I could.
Yeah.
Now I can see that it will be received well, but I don't really care. Like I like it, and I like it for the players. I want it to be loved, this game, but ultimately, yeah. Let me do something else. I will do another one, but better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, very healthy
Yeah.
outlook into all of this. Yeah. Don't get like obsessed. Why didn't you like this? Why didn't you like this
Yeah.
little detail here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know why some people didn't like certain things because I know that we didn't have time to put into this, and we didn't have the money to hire more people. But
Okay.
so we will do better next time.
Yeah, at least from what I've played, I haven't completed the game. And when people are listening to this or watching this, the game will be out. Some people have been playing maybe for 2 or 3 days because of early access from the digital edition. But I haven't completed it. I'm close. What I've played so far, nothing really big to say about it, like in negatively. Lots of positives though to point out, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. And also, as you were talking, I just quickly went to Metacritic because I realized Reviews are coming out today, right? As we're
Yeah,
recording this. We're recording this on Monday. I see a lot of hundreds, tens, 9.5s, 8.
yeah.
So
We are sitting at
8,
87,
87 for
um,
PS5, right?
PS5, 84 for PC, 88 for Xbox.
Yeah.
So aggregated, I think we're gonna end up at 86 or something, which is like amazing.
Yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah,
At
definitely.
some point,
Definitely.
we were like, first reviews came in, we were above 90. And I was like, yeah, yeah, just keep it that way.
Yeah.
But no.
Excellent. Excellent. No, yeah, but that's really, I think it's people will when people get their hands on the game, they will understand why the reviews are so positive. It really makes
I hope
sense.
so.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand a little bit more of what was going through your head or your heads collectively over there at Lizardcube and maybe Sega as well. How did you approach this? Were you inspired by any specific Shinobi game from the past as like the backbone of Art of Vengeance? I know you were inspired by a lot of elements from Shinobi, but was there
Yeah,
like
well,
one specific game?
clearly, it's really a follow-up to Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi 3.
Hmm.
Uh, mm, because artistically, this is what people remember the most, at least my generation. Um, and we try to make notes to all the games from Shinobi 1 on arcade, from some bosses, some NPCs. We try to invoke the memories of all these games, because each and every one has something to offer. But most of it, the palette, the character designs, the whole vibe, it comes after Shinobi 3, in my opinion.
Yeah. It feels like a continuation of that style of game, right?
Yeah.
Although maybe would you call this like a Metroidvania like game or
No, not really. It's the game is mostly focused on combat,
Mhm.
with some bit of exploration and some bit of getting back to your tracks. So internally, we called it more an arcade-vania,
Okay.
which I like because this is more of what we're doing. So this is an immediate game of action, but some bit of exploration.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not really that heavy into exploration. There's some backtracking,
mhm.
especially if you as you progress and you unlock new abilities, you can go back and if you're really wanting to 100% the game,
Yeah,
right?
you have to.
You have to, but it's the levels are self-contained. Let's call it
Mhm.
them that,
Yeah,
right?
you can go straight and do each level and finish the game without backtracking. It would
Yeah.
be much harder, and you won't have any many secrets in your hands. But you can like do the game as like it was in the 90s.
Mhm. You can, but you won't because you'll be addicted to going back and trying to explore everything,
Yeah.
which is why I haven't finished the game yet.
Mhm.
Because I keep saying, oh, I should just keep going, but what if I go back and see if there's something over there? And yeah, but it's really, really cool. Visually, Ben, which is
Mhm.
your department, right? You're the art guy,
Mhm.
and that's why I thought when I saw that those few frames of gameplay, I thought, this is Ben Fiquet. This is like that hand drawn style. Um, is that the thing that you thought that you think is it one of the things that sold the project to Sega as well? The
The
visuals, or
thing,
was that not part of the
yeah,
initial pitch?
yeah, no. The thing is, the good thing with 2D is that you can draw something, make a mock-up of it, and ultimately have the. I'm saying a lot. Ultimately, I don't know why, but you are when you draw something, you can put that directly into a game, and it's appearing. You don't have to wait for 3D rendering. You
Hmm.
don't have to wait for a pass of different skills of people. So I made a for the presentation I made a little video of animation showcasing what we could do with the license, and this is almost exactly what I showed in this presentation. Like in 2020, I made a presentation. In 2025, it's almost the same.
Hmm. And it's really cool. We're showing parts of the initial cutscene, let's call it
Mm.
that. And it's even then, even looking at the detail of this is really, really cool. And the art style
Yeah.
is really, really vivid, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff. Were you, did you take inspiration from any other pieces of media, or when doing this, what was
For
the,
making the cinematics, you
yeah,
mean?
for the cinematics and for the whole design as well, the art style?
Well, no, I'm trying to follow my inspirations, and maybe for this game, I looked at mangas like Appleseed, which there is a lot of military and mechanical design that I feel will fit perfectly well in the game. Terada Katsuya, a character designer and illustrator, a genius illustrator, and all I have a lot of collection of artists that I like to take a look at. It's very various and trying to mix everything with what I can do.
Mhm.
So yeah, the influences are very wide, I would say.
Great, great. And it's, now I'm using the word, and it's ultimately your style,
Mm. Yeah.
which is nice. Okay, very good, very good. So let's go into a gameplay, which is the meat of the experience. Let's call it that. You obviously, I was playing this. I was playing this the past couple of days, and I kept thinking about Streets of Rage 4
Mhm.
in terms of like the flow of the game, of the gameplay. Not to say that Shinobi 3, Revenge of Shinobi, there wasn't like a good flow, but there were more, it wasn't as fast paced as this is. This is more modern, obviously, and the combo system also offers more variety, more flow, contributes to that flow. Was that something important for you guys? Did you know when you set out to do this, we have to make this more fast paced? We have to make this more, I don't know,
Uh, no,
more
I think it.
varied.
No, I think it like uh, we discovered that while making a prototype. I wanted to make a simple Shinobi game. I wanted to make like an homage to Shinobi 2 and 3, which was you walk, you throw a kunai, and the enemy dies. Quickly realizing like uh, like it's not very modern gameplay. It's a bit boring, so we paced it up. We focused a lot on the combat system, and this is when like something finally ticked. Um, it uh, it was meant to be like that. I think people wouldn't be able to play Shinobi if we were doing the direct follow-up of the gameplay of Shinobi 3, for example,
Mhm.
because the modern player is very demanding. That's why there's a lot of
Impatient.
yeah, and everything needs to be um, grand.
Mm.
They have a lot of their disposal. They have many games waiting in the library. They have many series waiting in their Netflix. So I think they don't want to be bored when starting a game, and this is what drove the design. Like uh, making it feel cool to be a ninja, but
Hmm.
in modern way, because
Yeah.
it was cool for the era of Shinobi 1 to 3 to walk and to dodge a lot of, but we have more at our disposal now. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
just like impose itself.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah. One
Mm.
thing that I feel, and that's why I thought of Streets of Rage 4, although this is probably even more than Streets of Rage 4, even more fast paced. But the combos, like chaining combos, and you don't really have to stop. Even you're running and you can vault through a box or an obstacle
Mhm.
if you dash, right? That, if you time things correctly, you can just keep moving, and it's very fluid.
Since I'm an animator, I always want to have the character controller to be really well animated, and that you don't doubt if you press a button that something will follow your direction, your input.
Hmm.
And everything comes from that because I want to break it. If you the player inputs something, I want the character controller to react to that, and because I don't want to the frustration of waiting for a long animation, which is not
Hmm.
very fun to wait for in a game. And yeah, I always love when games are fluid and um, I don't know. Yes, I think it's in an animator kind of mood.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I was actually I was thinking specifically about things like this that we're watching here. You can dash through things and just
Yeah,
vault
both.
through
Yeah, yeah.
obstacles. That's something that, and I found myself when I first played the game, I found myself like jumping through boxes or jumping through obstacles, and then I
Mhm.
realized how satisfying it was to just dash at the right time and see Shinobi just
Yeah,
vaulting. Very satisfying, and it's,
yeah,
I think it's a small detail ultimately in the grand scheme of things, but
yeah,
not that small because it adds to the experience.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and you really feel like a ninja, right?
Yeah.
That's part of it. That's part of it. Was there any? What about the challenge of the game? Because obviously the first few games, the original games, were very challenging. Like you just
Mhm.
said before, they were hard games. Um, I played many of them a couple of weeks ago to record footage for our last week's episode, and I found myself struggling because first of all I suck at video games, and secondly because I'm old and I'm not as skilled as I think I was before. Don't have as much time as before.
Mhm.
So how do you create a challenging yet not too off-putting experience in 2025?
Well, you have to thank my game designer for that, Fred and Marin and Camille and Jim, level designer. Like um, it's a matter of finesse, of trying to give the right amount of HP to an enemy, the right amount of combat system to for the people to be entertained but not overwhelmed, to have a bit of a challenge but not every time, not always. So I have to thank them for that because it's a lot of refinement, a lot of and if people are struggling, we added accessibility options,
Hmm.
which you can lower the cursor to have more pleasant time.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I think it's, from what I've played, I'm far into the game. I have found challenging parts. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say it's off-putting by any means. So I think it's like well balanced, so people will have a good time. If they struggle, just
Yeah,
get good.
I think
Don't.
no, I think the game is not too hard. It's a bit challenging sometimes, not too hard. But if you want some challenge, after you finish the game, you can unlock the arcade mode, so
Mhm.
you can replay each level, and for each level you can rank from
Is
C
it
to S,
D?
for example.
Okay, yeah.
A, B, C, S,
Mhm.
everything. So if you want some bit of challenge, you can try to S rank every level, which is always something.
Mhm. And in that regard, I also appreciated something. I don't think I'm spoiling anything because I'm not talking about story, but and also when you clear a stage, even if you haven't gotten there, there's a line saying Anku Rift, right?
Mhm.
And the Anku Rifts are like very self-contained challenges that you
Yeah,
have to find within stages, right?
people can already see that in the demo of the game. You have one anchor rift, and
Oh, that's true.
this is a challenging portion. So for really testing the player skill.
Yeah. And it can be different things. Can be a platforming challenge, can be a combat challenge. It
Mm.
depends on the stage, on the rift. So I think, and I appreciate that. I appreciate having like those maybe much more difficult challenges made optional,
Mm.
but it's really hard to say no when you're having a
Yeah.
lot of fun playing the game. So
Yeah, yeah. You can pass a lot of things if you feel it's too hard, but do you want to like? Oh yeah, they're offering me a challenge. I should get on it.
and it never feels like it always feels like there were some challenges that I had to try over and over again. But I never felt like, oh, the game is impossible, or this challenge is impossible. This is cheap. No, it was also like, I messed this up, but I know
Yeah,
I can do better. I can try it again, and I'll
so
know
close,
next time.
so close. Yeah,
So, and that's the real secret sauce here to make
yeah.
these things more exciting for people to play, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I, people probably already know this, but let's talk a little bit about what they can expect in terms of unlockables. So as you progress, people can unlock abilities, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
abilities, combat moves. You can find different rewards and secrets. So you have to be on the lookout for everything. And I hope people will find all the secrets for for the sake of showing everything to
yeah,
everyone.
yeah, yeah. Excellent. Not just things like moves and combat moves and abilities and stuff, but even Easter eggs, right?
Hmm.
So there are some that were seen in trailers and in the
Yeah,
demo, right? But as people progress, they will find, I think you mentioned this before, some callbacks to previous games as well,
hmm,
right? So
yeah,
that's something fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Was there, obviously that was intentional, but what was the criteria for selecting what to put in the game, what to tease there?
Uh, the criteria was and is always to have fun.
Okay.
Like if you want something to be put, but now Sega is overseeing everything, so it's much more complicated than it was on Streets of Rage 4.
Okay.
Still, we managed to have a little bit of nods here and there,
Hmm.
but it's not as unhinged that it was on Streets of Rage 4.
That's true. That's true. And there
Yeah.
was a Shinobi reference in Streets of Rage 4. So
Was it? I don't know.
I
The
don't
professor
know. Maybe some people
painting.
say.
Some people say.
Some people
I don't know.
say foreshadowing, perhaps, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm especially a fan of a specific Easter egg that people saw in a specific trailer as well,
Yeah.
of a person riding a forklift in the background.
Yeah.
Was this
This
easy to
Yeah,
put in there?
actually, it was one of the easiest one to get. Like we didn't have any friction because it's a bit complicated all these things about licenses, but this one was not too complicated to get from Sega.
Okay, okay. So maybe next time a 2D Shenmue game,
Yeah,
maybe.
no, not happening.
No, okay.
No,
Wow.
I will put to the chest. No, 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 no. What do you want me to do? I won't be doing.
Way to shut down my dreams here, but
Yeah,
okay.
what would be a 2D Shenmue game? Like an open world in 2D? Doesn't make
I don't
sense.
know. I don't
This
know.
game
So
needs to be an open world in
that
3D.
that's true. That's true. A side thing. Maybe it could
Yeah,
be fun. It could be fun.
yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is the closest we're getting to a 2D Shenmue game because it's like
Yeah,
combat, martial arts in 2D. Play
yeah,
Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. Okay, very good. So I have more questions. However, you've been on the show 3 times, or this is the third time. So you know there's always something we do to have fun with our guests called the Sega Lounge Challenge.
Now that you know our guests, it's time to put them to the test. It's the moment we've waited for and the moment they dread.
Welcome to your doom.
I mean, welcome to the Sega Lounge Challenge.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. And so this time, Ben, I wanted to do a Shinobi focused thing, okay? And something to not take up too much of your time here as well, because I know you're a busy man. So I have a Shinobi challenge composed of 5 questions, 5 trivia questions, and 5 clips of songs. Okay. So for
Okay.
each round, there's a question and a song.
Okay.
And the song is easy. You just have to tell me what game this is from.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have to tell me what the song is, where it plays. Just what game could it be from?
I'm not. It's a Shinobi song.
It's always a Shinobi song, and the questions are always Shinobi questions.
Okay, 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 okay. Go
Okay.
for it.
So it's gonna be easy for you. You've been ingrained in the like you've been immersed in Shinobi culture.
I'm not the best at recognizing music from soundtracks, but yeah, go for it.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so the first round, as I said, 5 rounds. The first round has, as all others do, a question and a song. So the first question is: there's a PlayStation 2 Shinobi game that was released in 2002. In that game, what is the name of the cursed sword that drains the user's life?
I know that. Oborozuke is a sword of Musashi. And this one, I don't know. Something Zuki.
I can give you options if you want.
Yeah, give me ABC.
ABC. So A,
Yeah.
Taijutsu.
No,
B, Makimono.
no.
C, Akujiki.
Akujiki. Akujiki? Akujiki it is.
You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on internet. I will look it up. I'm not in a
No,
illegal
no,
way.
no. Yes, it is. It is Akujiki. Good job.
Akujiki.
Good job. Akujiki is the name of the cursed sword. Yes. Okay. And so along with the question comes a song or a 10-second long clip. Can you tell me what game this is from? Let's take a listen.
Is it the first one?
The first one being
Shinobi Arcade. On Master System, maybe.
could be.
Well, I don't have all day, man. You're not like.
So is that your final answer?
Yeah, first
The
one.
arcade Shinobi game?
Yeah.
It isn't. This is Shadow Dancer Mega Drive version.
Oh,
The first stage. Shadow Dancer: The Secret of Shinobi.
yeah, sorry.
Okay, so 1 point. 1 point. Round 1 is over. Let's move on to round 2.
I will look like such a fraud.
I don't think so. Let's look at the second question. So the second question is, what is the name? And we're keeping with the PS2 trend. What is the name of the female ninja protagonist in Nightshade, the sequel to Shinobi? PS2. So Nightshade, also known as Kunoichi in Japan.
Yeah.
Any,
No idea.
Any idea?
No.
Any? Do you want hints?
No, go for it. Go. Tell me the answer.
The answer?
Yeah.
The answer is Hibana. Hibana.
I wouldn't have known that. I don't think I played Nightshade, to be fair.
Okay.
I've looked at the playthrough,
Mhm.
but I don't think I played Nightshade.
Okay. Let's hear a song. So let's see if you can tell me where this is from.
That's a Mega Drive game. Is it? Can you tell me that? That's not a Mega Drive game?
Maybe not. I'm not telling you anything. Maybe no, not Mega Drive.
Saturn? Yeah. So
Quite
that's the Saturn.
possibly.
Yeah, that's the Saturn one.
It is.
Yeah, because I kind of like hearing something in the chip tune of the music behind it.
Yeah, this is from the European one. So I don't know if you know, but there were 2 soundtracks.
Yeah.
The European one is probably the better one. Is Shinobi X. The game is Shinobi X, and the stage is Chinatown, or the song Chinatown from stage 7. Yes,
Okay.
Good job. Okay, another question. Question 3. Which Shinobi game featured digitized live action cutscenes and
Shinobi
was okay?
Saturn.
Yes, very good. AKA Shinobi X as well
Okay, Shinobi X.
in Europe. Yeah. Okay. Very good job. Well done. Okay, and so that comes with a music clip. I think you'll know this one. Let's see.
Is it the first one? Again, Shinobi 1? No, Shinobi 2?
Maybe not.
Shinobi 2, Shinobi 3?
Shinobi 4.
Art of Vengeance?
Art of Vengeance. This was The Revenge of Shinobi. Yes, The Revenge of Shinobi. Yes, this was Sunrise Boulevard.
I told you I'm a soundtracks.
I remember that from the Streets of Rage episode. Yes, I remember that. Okay, so you'll redeem yourself with the questions.
Mhm.
Next question is about the Game Gear, one of the Game Gear games.
Yeah.
Okay, in the GG Shinobi, How many playable ninja characters are there?
4. Red, yellow, green, pink. If my memory is correct.
Yes, but think about it.
Well,
How
and white for the first one.
how many do you save?
How many do you save? I think I think you only have 4 powers.
So you save
3 of them.
4, right?
4? 4?
You save 4, and you play as another one who saves the other 4.
Yeah, so you have 5 shinobis in total.
So 5. Right? Yeah, that's it. 5. Yeah.
You're helping me so much.
I knew you knew it, so that's why I helped here. Because people will automatically say 4 because they think of the 4 different stages that you play in. Yeah. and you
That's
save.
right. The 4 stages are separated by the screen.
That's it. So that's it. Very good. So it's red, blue, yellow, pink, and green.
Yeah.
Yeah. And together they're the Power Rangers and they create the Megazord. Or maybe that's something else.
Or Captain Planet.
Or Captain, yes, they have the rings and yes.
Yeah,
Did you know there's a Captain Planet movie in the works?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure this is like just such a good idea, but
Exactly my thoughts. Yes.
yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page about this. Okay. And with this comes another song. Let's see.
The mystery. Okay. Mystery. Final answer.
It was a very long 10-second long clip. Shinobi 3, you were saying, like almost immediately.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You've been not very good at these.
Not for you. Yeah, I'm sure of this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Shinobi 3 is the correct answer. This is stage 1-1, so it's Japanesque. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that leaves us with one more question and one more song. Okay. And for our final question, I'm going to choose from a list that I have here. And the question is, so there was a 3DS Shinobi game released a while ago. And in that game, you played as a Musashi. Who? What's the name of the protagonist?
The name I don't remember. I think this is a grandson. Or that's the father of Musashi. I don't remember his name, but I think that's the father of Musashi.
Okay. So you're saying a game that was released like 20 years after the original ones?
Released in 2014 on 3DS.
So it was like a prequel then?
Yeah. That's the father of Musashi, I think.
Not like the grandson or no? It is, yes, it's the father, yes. Jiro Musashi.
Jiro.
Yes, the father of Joe Musashi. Yes, good job. I was just trying to throw you off there.
Yeah.
Good job. Very good. Very good. Okay, final music clip to close off this challenge like the best way possible. Let's take a listen.
Maybe one
Shinobi 1 Master System. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Why? By the way.
Because I think I remember the song that is deeply imbued in my brain. Messing it up so much, no?
No,
No.
this is the
Okay.
GG Shinobi. This is the highway one.
Well, to be fair, this is the same chip tune as a Master System.
That's why I
So
asked why, because that would be a good reason, because it sounds like a Master System or an 8-bit game.
Shinobi Game Gear composed by Koshiro-san.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. I mean, I think I actually lost track.
It was bad, and people will see that I'm not good at this.
No,
But
it wasn't. I think you got 2 songs, if I'm not mistaken, and you got three or 4 questions. So that's more than half.
I don't deserve to work on this license. Yeah.
No. You do. You get the Sega Lounge seal of approval. Good job.
You.
Well done. Very good. Thanks for
3
playing.
games in a row. 3 games in a row.
Yes. That's great. So, Ben, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're busy. But I really want to touch on something that you just mentioned. And you're a big fan of, obviously, and you're a connoisseur of the music. No, a fan I know you are. Connoisseur, maybe not so much. But this time, so I think, and I asked this question last time for Streets of Rage 4. Many people associate Shinobi with Koshiro-san as well, right? Mm-hmm. Just like they do with Streets of Rage 4. This time, obviously, he's part of it, but not like the main composer. Why T. Lopes? I mean, why not? But why T. Lopes?
Well, because T. Lopes is an amazing composer, and we've been working with him on the DLC of Streets of Rage 4. And he's a very good friend of mine. He's like very efficient, and I think he did one of his best work with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I think it's just a matter of producing and planning, and it was arranged that way, so it was not imposing too much of everybody's planning schedule. We're very happy to have both of them, even if it's a bit less for Koshiro-san.
Was it something that you guys considered like very important when planning for this game, the feel of the music? Because to be fair, Streets of Rage was a Koshiro-san gig, right? Mostly.
And mostly. There's a lot of composer on Streets of Rage.
No, I mean Streets of Rage 1 to 3.
Yeah.
And so that was that changing to like other people maybe shocked more people than this one, because Shinobi has had other people through the ages working on the music. But was it something that you guys consider like we have to get a specific type of person, or was it not?
Well, we have to find people that have an understanding of the nostalgia behind it, and T has been that person. He's been working on amazing retro licenses for a long time now. He's very good, and so it just happened to be the right person at the right time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a very good answer. Yeah, I think he did a very good job as well, from what I've heard. So
I like her at the Lantern Festival most, and Neo City as well. I think he did very good.
I think Latin Festival is my favorite stage for more than just one reason, but I really like it. Like visually is really, really cool. And even the that's something that I wanted to mention as well, not really as a question, but as a comment from a fan. The set pieces, like throughout the stage, there are certain like set pieces, chases, or things that happen in certain points, and that's something that I really enjoyed while playing this game. Was that something that you came up with as you were planning through the game? Is that part of like what you feel like makes a good action
Yeah,
game?
we wanted to have impactful moments. For each level, we are trying to find various stuff for the player to be doing, and various stuff for the player to look at. So for every stage, we start with how can I say with blueprint, which is
Hmm.
very loose. Like we want to have a lantern festival, but we don't know how it will go. And when we work on it, it will be better if it will be that way. And now you are climbing uh, a stair, or you are fighting here between the windows. So it's like iteration for level design.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It like breaks the. I mean,
Monotony.
that. Yeah, like that doesn't really get stale. Like always running right or left. And that's
Yeah,
also something that I found interesting in some stages, especially I think the underwater submarine lab.
yeah, yeah.
I found interesting. I was trying to find like you have like multiple ways to go, multiple
Mhm.
paths, and my brain always told me so if you go right, right is the way the main intended way, the way forward.
Mhm.
So I want to
Mhm.
go to the left so I can find the secrets, and then left was actually the main way to progress, and the secret was
Mhm.
probably to the right. So that also, the way you subvert expectations in terms of level design is also interesting, because I found
Mhm.
myself, I'm going to take my time going through this shortcut. No, it's not a shortcut. It's the main way. It's the way you're intended to go. So if you want to find new things, you'll
Yeah.
have to replay the game.
Not in every stage is the same. So you
No,
have to
no.
find, you have to explore a little bit. You have to try
Yeah,
out.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, and that's something that's fun. Okay. So, Ben,
Mhm.
in terms of what we can expect from the game. So, as people are listening or watching to this, the game is out.
Mhm.
They're getting their hands on it. We know there are some DLC that's coming, the Sega Villains the
Yeah.
DLC and stuff. Is there anything else people can expect in terms of future content, or
Uh,
that you can talk
just
about? Obviously,
Just what has been announced, a very good DLC is on its way. So you can pre-order it on the good platforms. And nothing much I can say about this because we revealed last week that you're gonna be able to fight Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik in
yeah.
some part of the world,
Mhm.
which is like very fun to do, very fun to play with as a developer, as a Sega fan.
Okay, yeah. That's got to be interesting, right? So being able
Mhm.
to not just work on this specific IP, but then like have the possibility of putting some other Sega franchise representation in there. That must be fun, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bit tricky,
Awesome.
but it's fun.
Very tricky. How to adapt maybe to this style of gameplay and art style, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
imagine.
Art, gameplay, everything needs to fit somehow. So uh, we are trying our best.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. So, my final two questions. First of all, there's a Switch edition of this game,
Mhm.
right? That's going to come out at the same time. Any plans for a Switch 2 edition that's maybe a little bit more enhanced too, or
It's in the end of Sega. We're trying hard to, but as you may know, sometimes it's a bit hard to develop and port at the same time. So
Mhm.
we are trying our best to offer the best experience in every console. we hope to bring this also to Switch 2 as well. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. People can play it on Switch too, but the Switch version, let's call it
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah, sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So be patient. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. And finally, Ben, you've been on the show for Wonder Boy, for Streets of Rage 4, for Shinobi. So what can we expect from Lizardcube at this point? And I'm not going to ask what are you going to do next, but if you could choose, would you stick to one of the franchises you've worked on already, or would you go on to revive another one, or to work on something completely new?
I've always said that I'm having a lot of fun working on license. I'm always choosing the license I work on. It's not like I'm taking a contract just for money. So I
Yeah.
always want to do that. But I also want to grow as a developer and to make our own personal games. So it's a slow curve because I don't want to go too fast with too many people. I don't want to fire people because I don't have the money anymore. So I'm trying to take it slow and to take it seriously. Like the state of the industry is very dire at the moment. So I'm trying to so that everyone can still work at the end of the year. And that's my goal. So sometimes it's good to have a license game under your belt because you can make good games like Shinobi and Street of Rage, but you can also pay the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And it's not like you're not having like the creative freedom to do your own thing, right?
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of creative freedom. I really can't complain.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see you so last time was 2020. So we'll see you in 2030 for
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Altered Beast.
Okay, what can I say? Like Psycho Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fun one, but not many people know about Psycho Fox. You remember this one?
I remember Psycho Fox. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's the name. I don't know. Maybe it's the name. Maybe it put off some people. Like Psycho Fox.
Yeah, it was a good
time
game.
is
It
it?
was a fast-paced.
Kind of hard as well, right?
Yeah,
From what
kind
I
of
remember.
hard. A lot of exploration, a lot of transformation. It was very fun. It was much more complicated than a Mario game, for example.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of, and if we're talking about like mascot type of platform games,
There's a new Bubsy game coming out apparently.
Bubsy 4D.
Yeah.
They say it's not. They say it looks good. I don't know. At this point, does anyone believe? Maybe. But yeah. But Psycho Fox. So 2030.
Yeah.
Ben Fiquet on the Sega Lounge again for Psycho Fox.
With guns and
Revenge of the Animals or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, Ben, anything you want to add? Anything you want to say to the fans, to people listening or watching this?
Thank you for still being here after all these years. Thank you, Sega Lounge. Thanks the fans that we are able to please and convince on our work. The game is a love letter to Shinobi and what Shinobi is in 2025. So I hope people will see that. The reviews are coming in. Now we need the players to enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So everyone go get Shinobi
please.
Art of Vengeance.
Please.
Okay, Ben, thank you very much for coming. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah.
And as for everyone else watching or listening, thank you for watching this episode. And look forward to more Shinobi Art of Vengeance content. We'll have our special episode dedicated to the game very, very soon. But next week, we'll return with more like normal, regular Sega Lounge activities. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
The Sega Lounge, hosted by me, KC, a Mixed Productions podcast and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Find us at thesegalounge.com on Blue Sky. Check out our YouTube channel for our video content and follow us on Twitch to join our Let's Play sessions and live episodes. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com, on the TerraPlayer app, and wherever you listen to podcasts.